Hey guys, so I got the Starbucks Venti cup and today I'm going to show you how to do the very popular drip look. So we are going to bedazzle this whole cup, that's why I am filing it down. But in this video I am just showing you the drip. If you want to do the drip alone and not the whole cup, that's a little bit different process. I'll talk about it more later on in the video. So obviously file down your cup, and once you're done doing that, wipe it down with some alcohol. Now, we are going to sketch out the drips with a pencil because if we mess up, we want to be able to erase it. That's why I like to go over with a pencil, see if I like the look, how it's looking, and then I go over it with a Sharpie. So, this is what I'm doing now. I'm sketching it out. I'm doing small drips, big drips, and I do want it to look as even and straight as possible going around the cup. Eyeball it, measure it with your pencil, make sure it looks as even as possible. Also, I don't like to do my drips so chunky. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know it's a little bit hard to see. I don't like to do the drip so thick because I've seen some that are super thick and I've seen some that are super thin. I like to do it, evenly, because remember, you're still going to put your lid, and most likely your lid is going to be blinged out also. So that adds more thickness to your drip. So be very careful and, think about the look you're going for. So as you can see here, I put my lid back on so I could see how thick it's going to be. You see what I mean? So it's like right in the middle, not too much, not too little. So I am done sketching out and going over with the Sharpie. Now it's time to fill it in. Yes, I am using a Sharpie to fill it in. Like you saw in the title, it is a no vinyl, no CRICUT needed drip. So all you need is your pencil to sketch it out and the Sharpie to fill it in. So go ahead and fill it in. Super simple. So as you can see, we are going in with a Sharpie now, but if you see something you don't like and you're already in the Sharpie part, you can still go ahead and erase it. All you need is to put some little bit of nail polish remover on a Q-tip. You don't need a whole napkin full of nail polish remover, just a little Q-tip, and go in with it and erase what you don't like. You still have time to go back and fix that. So as you can see, this is how it looks. You can go ahead and do a second coat if you would like, just to give it more of a dark look. But this is fine, I'm just going over it a little bit, fixing certain stuff that I didn't like, making sure it's just exactly how I want it to look. So now that we are done drawing in the cup, I'm going in with the epoxy. Be very careful not to go over the lines. Try to stay as much as you can only on what you drew, your drips. So remember, if you're using epoxy, time yourself. You know how much you can bling out in a certain amount of time depending on your epoxy timing. And I do recommend for you guys to do your outlines. I love doing outlines. I feel like it makes it more defined and it makes it much easier by doing your outline and just having to go in and fill in the gaps. Much easier. I totally recommend for you guys to do that. That's what I'm doing here. I'm doing my outlines and then I'm gonna go in and fill in the gaps. So I did also use a mixture of black rhinestones. I do not like to do my drips with one specific size because I feel like a drip is supposed to be like a messy type look, you know what I mean? So I feel like the mixture size rhinestones makes it look much better than just using one specific size, so that's something I like to do. I feel like it gives it more texture and a much better look. So real quick, I am showing you guys how to do the drip look in this video, but this cup is part of a 3-part video where I am going to be showing you guys how to bedazzle a Sally and Jack themed Starbucks cup. So this is part 2. I already did part 1 where I show you guys how to bling out the lid into a Jack Skellington face. And right here I'm showing you guys how to do the drip, and the 3rd part will be the rest of the cup. So if you guys want to go ahead and see all that, I will link it in the description below. So as you can see here, I am moving on to my 2nd section. And as you can see, my epoxy did run a little bit over the lines, but that's okay. If that happens to you, all you have to do is get the toothpick, go in, wipe it off on a napkin, go in again with your toothpick and wipe it off until all that excess glue is removed, and keep bedazzling your cup. So as you can see here, again, I did do my outline. I only sectioned it because I know how much I can bedazzle in a certain amount of time. Take that into consideration because you don't want all your glue drying up. Look how good this cup is looking so far. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you do want to do the drip but you're not going to bedazzle your whole cup, there is no need for you to file down the whole cup. So what you're going to do is, I would suggest drawing out your drips how you want them with the pencil. Once you are done drawing them out, go in and file just in the drips. Do not file down the whole cup because you are not going to bling the whole cup out. So there's no need for you to do that. Go ahead and file in. Be very careful. Stay in the lines. And once you are done filing in inside the drip, then you are ready to go in with the Sharpie. And then after you're done filling in with the Sharpie, you can go ahead and start bedazzling. That is the only difference if you do not want to bling out the whole cup. So that's just a quick tip. Whether you are blinging out your whole cup or just doing a drip, make sure you double check your work. Don't leave any little gaps. And when you are bedazzling at the edge of the cup on top, make sure there's no overlapping rhinestones that are going to block from your lid being able to close on tightly. Also, when you're placing your rhinestones, make sure you're not going over the lines because then it's going to take that smooth look away. You don't want any overlapping rhinestones over your outlines that you drew with the Sharpie. That's very, very important, guys. So double check your work always. So as you can see, I am just about done. I love how this cup came out. It's gonna look beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to see how the rest of the cup is going to look. So like and subscribe so you guys can see the results. I will link all those videos once they're up in the description below. So like always, thanks for watching. Look how beautiful this cup came out. It looks like if it was professionally done with some vinyl or some fancy stuff like that, and we did it super easy with that home stuff. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.